Amy Medford with Medford Knife and Tool. I am here to talk about a new exclusive that was a kind of a co-exclusive with DLT Trading and knives that have already shipped out for one of our other favorites, the Medford Guide. But today it's about DLT Trading. I have USMC fighter flippers in 3V. We all know enough about DLT, so let's dive in and take a look at the different configurations we have headed Paul's way. We didn't go crazy over the top, but it's a very, very solid lineup of different colors and coatings. The first one is tumbled silver and bronze. So if you are a classic with just a little bit of color, this is almost an all Terminator style, but you can definitely see the difference in color between the bronze and the tumbled. Again, these are all 3V blade steel. And the next one here, tumbled blade. And there are more than just one of each of these. So there will be a few different flamed patterns on this. This one's got the rosettes on it, tumbled pommel, bronze anodized spring, and tumbled clip. So again, pretty classic and simple colors with the rosettes flamed on the handle, a tumbled and blue. The back spacers on these will all be black. That's how they're treated. And then of the last tumbled blade variation we have on the table, we have black PVD coated handle, spacer, pommel, clip, and spring. So tumbled and black with stainless steel hardware. And then of the PVD blade variety, we have PVD. These, this one in particular, and we have a couple that were done, treated this way. This is a bead blasted and then polished spine. This one here, it's hard to catch it in the light, but you can definitely see it, probably in natural light, a little bit better. It's got a lovely violet to bronze fade. So it's violet up by the PVD blade, fades to a bronze. And you'll see it's got that really deep, dark, matte finish. And I will compare it just for a second here to the tumbled finish. You can see it's got a darker tone. It's more matte in appearance, a little bit more rich and lustrous. It does have a propensity to scratch, so the owners of this knife will just have to be a little more careful when handling it. Again, it's got a violet to bronze fade. This has polished perimeters. You can see the fade a little better on the polishing. And we did a couple of different variations on this. There's one with a blue matte with polished, one with straight up violet. And this one here is just bead blasted gray. It has polished perimeters. I love this one. It just gives you a chance to see all of the varieties that we do. We have a flamed handle with a PVD blade, PVD spacer and pommel, and a dark violet spring. Oh, and here it is. Yep, this is the blue. So this is the blue bead blasted. I'm gonna slide these over so we can look a little, if Jack, you wanna come in just a little more. Good. So we have the violet to bronze, kind of a deep blue violet, and a bead blasted straight up gray and polished on the perimeters. What we've done here is, let's talk about this a little bit. Those are all the knives that are headed Paul's anyway. Let's talk about the custom upgrades for this knife. I try and keep it simple. I know originally when we placed this order together, Paul and I had talked about doing some that were custom sculpted, but doing sculpting and adding facets and doing predator and all of the kind of traditional sculpting that we do in-house doesn't really lend well to this model knife. I don't prefer it. It takes away from the facets. There's really nice flats, and then you see the recesses down in there. And when you bead blast, or when you face and flame, or when you anodize or do something interesting to it, that's kind of all you need. And then you add the polishing to the perimeters, and it's almost, it's so subtle of a treatment that it really lends to the classic nature of the knife. You don't really need to do much more. So these are the custom sculpted knives, and you'll see not much done to them, and just enough to add a little panache and a little shine and pop. So those will be headed out today. He has a nice group of these headed out. Typically I will just put singles of the knives out, and then I'll have maybe 2 or 3 of each model. So don't feel in a panic if you call him up today and you're nervous that you won't get your hands on one. He'll probably have more than one headed his way. So talk to Paul Edgett at DLT Trading or any one of his staff. They're in Marinette, Wisconsin. Telephone number is 877-622-2397. And see if you can't get your hands on a USMC fighter flipper with 3V blade steel. This is a limited run, and I don't know the next time that something like this will happen. So get it while you can. Stay tuned to our Medford channel here, and until the next time, I'm out.